देयर स्टूडेंट्स, हमारा टॉपिक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स, देयर कैरेक्टर्स एंड हैबिटेट्स। इसका हम दूसरा अध्ययन पढ़ने जा रहे हैं। मत वो हो जाए प्यारे बच्चों। एक्टिविटी 1, लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द फॉरेस्ट। हम जंगल के बारे में सोचते हैं। थिंक ऑफ ऑल द प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स एंड ऑब्जेक्ट्स दैट कैन बी फाउंड देयर। List them in column first of table 9.1. List things, animals and plants found in the other regions that are also shown in the table. You can collect the examples scattered through this chapter to fill table 9.1. Discuss also with your friends, parents and teachers to find more examples to fill the tables. You can also consult many interesting books in library that talk of animals, plants and minerals of different regions. Try and include many plants, animals and objects, big and small, in each of the columns in this table. What kind of objects will we find that may not be animals or plants? Perhaps parts of plants like dried leaves or parts of animals like bones. We may also find different kinds of soils and pebbles. बहुत किस्म की soils और pebbles हम पाएंगे. Water in the oceans may have salts dissolved in it. जिसका इन चैप्टर में हमें पता है, जो समुद्र का पानी होता है इसमें salts बहुत डिजॉल्व होते हैं, बहुत सारे salts डिजॉल्व होते हैं. There could be many more objects as we go through the chapter. Keep adding more examples. Table 9.1. We will discuss the table as we travel through many more interesting places. Habitat adaptation. What do you find from the plants and animals listed in activity 1? Did you find a large variety in them? Look at what you have entered in the column for the desert and the column for the sea in table 9.1. Did you list very different kinds of organisms in these two columns? What are the surroundings like in these two groups? In the sea, plants and animals are surrounded by saline water. Most of them use in the air dissolved in water. There is very little water available in the desert. हमें पता है जो डेजर्ट रेगिस्तान का एरिया होता है उसमें बहुत कम पानी होता है. It is very hot in the daytime and very cold at night in the desert. The animals and plants of the desert live on the desert soil and breathe air from the surroundings. The sea and the desert are very different surroundings and we find very different kind of plants and animals found in these two regions, is not it? Let us look at two very different kind of organisms from the desert and the sea. A camel रेगिस्तान में पाया जाता है, and a fish. The body structure of a camel helps it to survive desert conditions. Camels have long legs which help them to keep their bodies away from the heat of the sand. They excrete small amount of urine. Their dung is dry and they do not sweat. Since camels lose very little water from their bodies, they can live for many days without water. बेटा, मुझे उम्मीद है ये टॉपिक आपको समझ आया होगा. इसको अपने घर में 1-2 बार रीड कीजिएगा ताकि आपको पूरा समझ आ जाए और आपको पता कौन सी महामारी है जिससे हम जूझ रहे हैं. इससे बचने के लिए हमें अपने घरों में रहना होगा. सिटी होम सिटी सेफ का जो लॉग है इसका पालन करना पड़ेगा. अल्लाह आपको खुश रखे, सलामत रखे. अल्लाह हाफिज़.